Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places. A Cyclops! Hey, be on your guard! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Wait a moment. Mayhap the force of this topic could be employed for our own ends. It's not how we do this. I imagine the most beneficial combat. It seems we haven't reached our foe. Might we not use their range to our advantage? By your leave. A moment of indecision may spell our doom. Yes, of course. I see it now. Fall back! It's a torrent. I must get to safety. I grant you roaring flame. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Hardly making the plans to inform the people of the You bloody! You thought this your chance to escape? Your cowardice betrays you. I'll not be letting you out of my sight now. It would seem the goblins!
If you value your life, stand and fight, wretch!
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Seems we drove them off. Right. Back into...
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
This one's trouble, Captain Brent. I've no doubt we've discovered another scoundrel playing. Though witnesses can attest to the summoning of a pawn, it must have been brought about by some manner of deception.
Quite right. No punishment is too harsh for this.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is out. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would... I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you... Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to...
Aha!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
I'll go and open the chest. There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again. Fancy a look at my wares? I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a...
Look. No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Welcome to the Star... Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Come back any time.
precious.
Welcome.
What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you? I've an eye for people, and my instinct. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week with. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray.
Welcome.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the local.
As I informed you when last we spoke, should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that I've seen significant. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming it. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. There is no short. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but what say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, do not forget that we work to serve...
At your leisure.
I'm the crown jewel of things.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I quite agree.
Shall we get some rest then? In another world, a bold and mighty warrior was the pillar of our party.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on? We must rest, though the sun... A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Shall we get some rest then? A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Shall we get some rest then? A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Shall we get some rest then?
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like... And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown... I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy.
What do you mean? Why is my luck so rotten?
Wait to see what the day holds.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests. You have my support.